Dear students, so last time we covered the design of gears, including first was the design of spur gears. Now we will proceed for some numerical examples, numerical problems. So before starting some numerical problems, I want to recall some parameters from your last lecture, part 2, design of gears. So here, when we recall the design features or design procedure, here, so in case of design procedure, so first, just a minute. So first of all, we will calculate the permissible tangential load in newtons. So this will be according to this relation. So here P is the power to be transmitted and V was the pitch lane velocity, Cs was the surface factor. So we have cleared in the last class. So after calculating Wt, next step will be to evaluate sigma naught, because we need the product of sigma naught into y or sigma w into y for gear as well as for pinion, which will be less, we will consider that one. Now come to the point. From this relation, this was according to Levy's equation, we have already covered in the first class, first lecture of design of gears. So then sigma w, this is equal to sigma naught into Cv. So Cv, this value is given in your book by R.S. Khurmi. So if we recall this sigma naught, if we recall this Cv, then you may proceed it from your book just a minute, by R.S. Khurmi. So he is giving here a Cv. So Cv is equal to 3, Cv is equal to at page 1039. So Cv is equal to 3 by 3 plus V, etc. So these values are depending upon the velocity of your gear as well as pinion. So then up to this position, and these are the 4 or 5 different parameters. So we may select the value of Cv from this relation. Then this value sigma w is equal to sigma naught into Cv. So by picking this value, selecting this value from Cv, so we may proceed further in design. From this relation, you will be able to calculate sigma naught. All parameters are well clear to you, and then sigma naught into y. So this y is also given in your design data book as well as your R.S. Khurmi, book by R.S. Khurmi. So then we may select the value which is less between these two, is sigma naught into y or sigma w into y for gear as well as for your pinion. So we will select which will be the less. Next, after calculating sigma naught, so we may calculate the product sigma w into y. This is known as the strength factor for the gear. Then next point will be the face width, which may be taken as 3 into Pc to 4 into Pc. So it may also be taken from 9.5 meter to 12.5 meter. The variation will be like this one. So in this will be for the teeth, which will be manufactured by the milling operation by or some other machine tool in industry. So then if the teeth is according to the, depending upon the casting process, it is manufactured by the casting process, then we can simply select the value of your B face width in between 6.5 meter to 9.5 meter, that is 2 PC to 3 PC. So, we will consider the manufacturing factor also, either it is by the milling operation or by some machine tool, or either it is manufactured by the casting process in industry. Then we will calculate the dynamic load. So, this was clear in your first or second class. So, WD was tangential load, or this is known as this load is by the Levy's equation plus into sigma I. So, Wi. So, Wi we have covered Wi in the last class by this equation. So, we may also calculate your tangential load or Wt directly from P by V. We are going to ignore here, we can also ignore or neglecting the value of Cs, because if we recall the value of Cs from your table given in your book to service factor. So, this service factor is variation is from 1 to 2. So, sometime in journal, so its value is near about 1. So, we generally ignore it and we consider Wt is equal to P by V, where P is in watt and V is in meter per second. So, now it will depend upon the statement and the problem given, either he is we are going to consider the Cs or we are not going to consider the service factor Cs. Then we will calculate the static tooth load. This will be equal to this equation, which is same equation is given by Levy's equation. Now, Levy's equation, when we replace sigma W by sigma E, then we will be able to calculate the static tooth load. So, then this sigma E is the beam strength or endurance strength of the tooth. Then for safety against breakage, Ws should be greater than Wd. Then we will put these values and we will calculate in our numericals. Then last we will calculate the wear tooth load and by using this relation. So, now we will proceed for some examples, some numericals. First we will consider some short examples, so 2 or 3 examples, then we will proceed. Here the example 28.1, I have thoroughly covered it, but this is a simple example, I am not going to cover this one. Then next, here we will cover the example 28.3. So, here is saying a pair of straight teeth per gears is to transmit 20 kilowatt when the pinion rotates at 300 rpm. Here the power to be transmitted is 20 kilowatt, which is equal to 20 into 10 raised to 3 watt. Then so where the pinion rotates, so rpm of pinion Np, this is equal to 300. The velocity ratio is 1 to 3. It means Vr is equal to Tg by Tb, that is the number of teeth in gear and number of teeth in pinion. So, this is equal to 3. Then the allowable static stress for the pinion and gear materials are 120 megapascal and 100 megapascal. So, then here sigma OP is equal to 120 megapascal and sigma OG. So, we have covered it as in our design procedure. This was the sigma naught. So, this is the sigma naught for pinion and this is the sigma naught for gear. The values of these two parameters are given. Then the pinion has 15 teeth and its face width is 14 times the module. So, here he is saying the Tp is 15 and B is equal to 14 into m, m is the module, right. Then determine the module, face width, pitch circle diameter of both the pinion and the gear from the standpoint of strength only, taking into consideration the effect of dynamic loading. And he is giving here the tooth form factor y should be taken, y is equal to 0.154 means 0.912 divided by number of teeth. So, this value may also be calculated, if not given, then we may also calculate it the values given in our design procedure. Just a minute, I want to clear the from where we will pick up the value y. So, here this y may be selected from these three values depending upon the gear system. The system of the gear is 14.5, 20 degree or 20 degree stub system. So, we may also, if not given, then we may also pick up this y value, this is the Levy's form factor. So, now he is giving in our numerical in statement that the y should be taken he is mentioning here the value of y should be taken by this relation. Then he is also saying the velocity factor C v should be taken as 3 by 3 plus v, where v is the velocity. So, we have pitch line velocity, that is meter per second. Now, come to the point, first of all we have to calculate the module. So, we know how we will calculate the module. So, here we will calculate the module from the Wt. So, for calculating the Wt, here we know that in case of Wt, the relation of Wt from the Levy's equation is equal to these values, these are for pinion values. So, we may also replace this value by this relation sigma naught p into Cv, we have already covered it. So, now for this one we need a sigma naught for your pinion. So, first of all we will check the product of sigma naught for pinion into y for pinion and sigma naught for gear into y for gear, which will be the weaker, which will be the less, we will select that value. It means we are going to calculate these two products. So, first yp and yg are given, so then equation is given, then we will put the value of Tp and Tg here, and we will be able to calculate the value of yp and yg, that is the tooth form factor. Cv value is given. So, we may calculate Wt on the basis of P by V into Cs. So, P is given, so V, this is the velocity, pitch line velocity, sorry. So, V may be calculated by pi d n by 60 for pinion. So, here d is equal to m into Tp. So, we may say V will be equal to in the form of m, V will be in the form of m. Then we will put the value here V. So, this Wt will be in the form of m. Now, we will also calculate Cv. So, this will be also, because our velocity, pitch line velocity is in the terms of m module, then this will be also in the term of module. So, here when we will put the value of Wt, so this is in the shape of module, in the terms of module. So, meanwhile, sigma naught for pinion and sigma naught for gears, these two values pinion and gears, these two values are given. So, sigma naught for pinion is 120, sigma naught for gear is 100. So, we will calculate the product. So, these two products are there for pinion and this is for gear. So, it means we will select the value which is less. So, So then it means we will select the value of your pinion which is weaker. So from this relation we can calculate the value of M module. Then next we are going to calculate the face width. So is saying face width is equal to 14 times into module, then this value will be clear to you. 14 into 8, module is 8. So next, pitch circle diameter of the pinion. So we know the diameter of the pitch circle is equal to m time into Tp for pinion, and for gear, pitch circle diameter for gear, it is equal to the relation we have covered in last classes as well as in TOM, etc. So then this relation dP is equal to m into Tp. So the diameter is equal to m into the number of teeth, either it is gear or it is pinion. So by putting these values we will be able to calculate dP as well as your dg, that is the pitch circle diameter for pinion as well as the pitch circle diameter for the gear. Then your next numerical, a gear drive is required to transmit a maximum power of 22.5 kilowatt. The velocity ratio is 1 to 2 and RPM of pinion is 200. The approximate center distance between the shaft may be taken as 600. The teeth has 20-degree stub involute profile. This is the system of the gears. The static stress for the gear material, which is the cast iron, may be taken as 60 megapascal, and the face width is 10 times the module. Find the module face width and the number of teeth on the gear, each gear, that may be pinion as well as gear. Check the design for dynamic wear load. The deformation or dynamic factor for the Buckingham equation may be taken as 80, and the material combination factor for the wear is 1.4. Now come to the point. From this statement some parameters are given. So power to be transmitted is 22.5 kilowatt. Then velocity ratio VR, this is given 1 to 2. Here he is giving the velocity ratio is 1 to 2. It means ratio of Tg by Tp, because m will be the module, or we may also simply say dg by dp. This is equal to 2, and the number of rotation of the pinion, RPM of the pinion, is given 200. Then L is the center distance between the shaft of two gears. This is given 600 millimeter. Sigma naught for pinion is equal to sigma naught for gear. This is 60 megapascal. Right. The static stress for the gear material may be taken as 60 megapascal. So now B is the face width, which is taken as 10 into module given. Face width is 10 into module. Then C factor is equal to 80 and K is equal to 1.4. Now we have to calculate the module, face width, and the number of teeth on gear, each gear. Now first for calculating the module M, so we will proceed from the reverse direction here. So same procedure is going to calculate the module from the Levy's equation. So this Wt is equal to, this is by the Levy's equation. So for this one we need Wt. So Wt is calculated. Wt is equal to P by V into Cs. So Cs and P by V, P is given power to be transmitted, and V is the velocity ratio. So we will calculate the pitch lane velocity. V is the pitch lane velocity, not velocity ratio. Pitch lane velocity is equal to, this relation is for the pinion, and we have calculated it 4.2 meter per second by this equation. So then we will put the value of V. So Cs, the surface factor, here Cs from table 28.10, Cs is equal to 1. So assuming steady load conditions and 8 to 10 hours of service per day. Now this factor is totally upon your assumptions, or if either if it is not given. Now when we analyze the table 28 point, if we are going to analyze the table 28.10, so this factor 28.10, the value of service factor, so this will depend upon the type of loading, steady load, light, medium or heavy shocking load. So then the number of working of hours, for near about 3 hours per day working, 8 to 10 hours or etc. Now he is in this numerical, he is assuming the type of load is steady load and the working is 8 to 10 hours per day. So for the simplicity we can simply say mostly we will assume the load is steady load. If not given, then we will assume the load is steady load and your working is 8 to 10 hours, so that this factor will be 1 for the simplification. Now come to the point. Here we are saying assuming steady load conditions 8 to 10 hours of service per day, then this factor will be equal to 1 from the table. Then putting the value 1 here, so then WT will be clear to you. Now other parameters B, pi, M module which we are going to calculate, then Yp. So we will calculate the Yp. So Yp, this is the form factor for 20-degree stub system. So this equation is given, already given in your IS Kurmi book. So we will put the value of Tp here. So Tp may be calculated from this relation, because we simply we know dP is equal to m into Tp, m into module into Tp. So Tp may be calculated from this relation, because dP, this dP is here, dP is the pitch circle diameter. So we may say the center distance L will be equal to dP by 2 plus dG by 2. So dP by 2 plus dG by 2, because the velocity ratio is 2, velocity ratio Vr is given 2. So we may say dP by 2 plus 2 into dP by 2, because dG is equal to 2 dP. So we will put the value here. So then we can calculate dP. So your dP will be equal to 0.4 and dG will be equal to 2 into dP, then that will be equal to 0.8 mm. So it means we have calculated the pitch circle diameter for pinion as well as the pitch circle diameter of the gear. So here we may calculate the velocity ratio of the pinion. Now since both the gears are made from the same material, he is saying the materials are the material is cast iron. The material is cast iron. So now in this case we may directly say the pinion will be the weaker, because it will have the less number of teeth and the diameter will be less. So then we can simply say we will directly pick the velocity, pitch line velocity for the pinion, and we will put the value here. Then we will be able to calculate Cv. So Cv will be equal to this one factor 0.417, because V is less than 12 meter per second. So we can simply say the velocity factor may be selected accordingly, because it is depending upon the velocity, pitch line velocity. So then here we have calculated Yp, Tp. So then here d into pi into m into Yp. So we will put the values here. We will put the values here. Then we can calculate the m. Now come to the point, the B. B is given, this is equal to 10 times into module. He is saying B is equal to 10 times of the module. So, we will put the values, all values here, then we will be able to calculate the module M, which will be equal to 0.65, that we may simply say it as 8. So, from this equation we may use it by hit and trial method. Then face width you can calculate it directly from this relation, number of teeth. So, we may also calculate it from this empirical relation, this is simple relation. Now, checking the gear for dynamic as well as wear load. So, we know that the dynamic load W d is equal to W t plus this relation W I. So, we will put the values here. So, W d will be equal to 10,630 Newton. From equation 1, we find that the tooth form factor for pinion Yp. So, Yp is equal to this one. From table 28.8, we find the flexure endurance limit for castern is equal to 84 megapascal. So, we will calculate the sigma E taking 84 megapascal. So, if we want to recall the table 28.8, here the value of a flexure endurance limit. So, here for this one, so we may say for grey cast iron the value is 84 megapascal. So, we may select depending upon the material of the gear, pinion as well as gear. So, accordingly the value will be taken from this, or it may also be taken directly from BHN values given in your statement. Here we will consider the table 28.8, then we will pick up the value of 84 megapascal. Now, static tooth load or endurance limit, endurance strength sigma E taking as 84, so we may calculate Ws. So, Ws will be the 26,722. Then the ratio factor Q will be equal to 2 into VR by VR plus 1. We have already calculated we have already covered it in our design procedure. Then maximum or limiting load for wear. So, we limiting load for wear will be equal to dP into B into Q into K. So, here in this totally step by step from this checking the gears from dynamic load. So, we have covered first how to calculate the Q, because we are required in this statement. Okay. Then K factor is given 1.4, B face width we have already calculated, and dP we have already calculated. Then we will check this value. So, this is 59,584 Newton. Since both the values Ws as well as W for wear should be greater than Wd. So, we have already calculated Wd also. It means for checking the gears for dynamic load and wear load, so we will calculate the dynamic load, we will calculate the wear load, and we will calculate the static load. So, our static load and wear load should be greater than your dynamic load. So, we can simply say the design is safe. So, other numericals 28.5 and 28.6 regarding your spur gear. So, plus some other unsold medicals. So we will cover in your next tutorial. ठीक है, तो stay home, stay safe. Thanks.